Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful school, beautiful campus, unbelievable kids that went there, had a great time. I still didn't know really what I wanted to do. I was going to school for business. I figured my dad owned businesses. He's an entrepreneur. I should do something with business. My major in high school, shout out to the Benson Tech alumni 2003 class, but I went for communications, which was video, film production, and photography. Another huge sign of what I was kind of put here to do. So I, am at Hampton, and one night there's one dude. Well, there was a couple guys, but there was one guy that was a freshman that was in my dorm that cuts hair, and he was on the top floor of our dorm room. He was cutting everybody's hair, and you just had to let him know early, and then you can come up there and he'll cut you. So I asked him, when can I come? He was like, come up later on tonight. I'll be free. Come on, I'll cut your hair. So I'm like, cool. So I don't know. It's like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Nobody's walking around. Everybody's kind of going to sleep in their rooms. I go to his dorm room, knock on the door. He's like, oh, yeah. Come on in. I walk in his dorm room. And when I walk in his dorm room, I'm looking around and I see t-shirts, some blank, some have paint on them, everywhere. They're hanging off of his bed. They're hanging off of his chair, his desk. He has a ironing board. He has them draped over that. There's bags and bags of paint brushes. Half the shirts were finished with paint all over them. Others were looking like they're ready to go. There's like iron. He's ironing shirts. And I'm thinking like, first of all, did I interrupt something? But more importantly, when I walked in, I'm like, oh my God. Like, what the hell is this? I had not seen anything like this. There was another person on campus that did some like shirts with paint on them, and that didn't start with this kid or that kid. It started, from what I was told, a long time ago. I don't know where city wise. I know Philadelphia, DC, and Baltimore had heavy influence on putting paint on shirts. But I saw him kind of in his element, finishing up, about ready to cut my hair. And I'm just thinking like, I need to know what this is, because this is incredible. I can't believe that like this is how you can make money. You can just buy your own t-shirts, put some paint on it, do your own design, sell them. Boom. Anybody that knows like people that cut hair, especially like black people that cut hair, they have 15 different side hustles. They don't just cut hair, they do everything else, and they'll sell you anything else. This was one of his hustles. I was blown away. I'm asking him while he's cutting my hair questions like, what, how, when, what is this? And he's from, I think he was from Philly. And he's telling me, this is his company name, and, he buys the paint from the paint store, and he gets the shirt from the white tee guys, and he's just putting paint on shirts, and he's selling them. And a lot of kids in our specific class were buying them. That blew my mind, and I knew right then and there, this is something that my gut is telling me, this is something that you should be doing. There's something here that is interesting you. This is what I mean by following signs and understanding that nothing happens on accident. I could have been anywhere else, but this kid cut my hair. This kid had another whole different business that he was running. And this was something that I was introduced to through him, through this moment. When I got back downstairs in my dorm room, I could not stop thinking about all of that. Like how he was doing his operation. Man, I wanted in. I just didn't know how.